Hello, my name's James Conway. I'm the Artistic Director of English Touring Opera. English Touring Opera. It's written on the clothes, although I think backwards. I wanted to speak to you today about some new films that we are launching this week and next, which are, in a way, they're pre-performance talks that we would have done for the operas that we were touring around the UK this season. Those are Mozart Così fan tutte and Handel Giulio Cesare and the Bach St. John Passion. I was actually directing two of those. I directed the production of Giulio Cesare and the John Passion. But we wanted to make some films about the music of those pieces, and so because they were conducted by two very charismatic and lively people with whom I really enjoyed working, they're in conversation with each other. First of all, Holly, who conducted Così fan tutte, is talking to Jonathan Peter Kenny, who has conducted one other Mozart opera, Idomeneo, but who absolutely loves the score of Così fan tutte. So it's an enthusiast interviewing the conductor who wrestled with all the issues involved in putting together a production of Così fan tutte, and indeed making cuts to the score so that it could be presented on tour around the country. And then they change places in another film, which is Holly came to Giulio Cesare never having seen the piece before and not knowing the score, and was absolutely bowled over about it, or by it, pardon. So she wanted to ask Jonathan some questions about putting together that piece. And he has performed in it and conducted it a number of times. Indeed, he conducted it the last time English Touring Opera did it complete over 2 nights. And so he's a load of opinions. In fact, there's so many interesting opinions that the videos are rather long ones, much longer than the regular films that we've been putting up in our Warm Technical series, which basically our ticket buying audience asked us for. They said, we're interested in the backstage elements. We're interested in also technical things like what's difficult to sing, what's easy to sing, what do you do in rehearsal, how is your time spent, how do you prepare for a role, how do you then even prepare for a performance on a day. And we're still attacking that every week with 2 films from artists on our tour. The reason they were so keen, well, they were keen because they're just great people, to be honest, but they were particularly keen this time to make this material for us to give to you, our audience, because we paid them until the end of the tour, even though sadly we had to cancel the tour after the second performance, which was at the first touring venue. So it was kind of heartbreaking after 6-7 weeks of rehearsal and a lot of preparation and a great deal of excitement because we had great shows on our hand, that we had to stop the tour. But we've been trying since then to keep close to you, all you people who would have seen those shows, and in a lot of cases, people who would have been in one of those shows, because in the John Passion, of course, we were working with 33 different choirs around the country, in addition to our professional orchestra, the Old Street Band, and soloists. That, by the way, will be the third of the conversations. And for my sins, I'm getting involved as the director of the piece. So one of the singers, Bradley Travis, will be talking to Jonathan Kenny and to me about staging. Why stage a John Passion? Why make it in this way? Why, in a way, democratize it by dividing up the role of the evangelist, which was quite an interesting experiment and led to performances of real pace and a lot of narrative excitement. Anyway, that's for another day. I just wanted to let you know about these 3 and to encourage you to watch them on the ETO YouTube channel. You can access that, if you'd like, through our website, which is www.englishtouringopera.org.uk. And to also comment or ask questions, because if there is some discussion thereafter, as there often is at pre-performance talks, we could maybe make another film which is more like a discussion, or at least in which your questions would be addressed. Please do that. Keep in touch with us. Keep us close to you in this time. And remember the joys of going to live performed opera.